Good evening, folks. If you're watching this in the future, please leave a like and please subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. But let's hang out for a sec. Let's see if our internet speed is doing okay. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, we're looking all right. We've still got 10 megs, no dropped frames. We're at about a minute. Very nice. All right, well, this is our 130th day of I Crash, I Donate. It is our 10th day without crashing. And at the same time, it is our 24th hour without crashing. That's right. We have made it 24 hours over the last 10 streams in this game without crashing. And I'm starting to feel very, very good on this Ducati Panigale V4 that I've been getting used to over these last 10 streams and 24 hours. And I thought I was about to not stream today. I was feeling kind of tired from yesterday's stream. Yesterday we had a 4-hour stream. Oh my gosh. That's the first time that's happened in a long time. I don't know if I've done a 4-hour stream since I was streaming this series on Twitch, and that was like 2.5 years ago. Something like that. I used to do like 3 and 4 hour streams over on Twitch when I was playing Rims and TT Isle of Man 3. I would do 3 and 4 hour streams all the time. That was fun. Those were great rides. But I have not done one in GP Bikes VR yet. At least I don't think. I might have done one or two, but haven't done one in this particular streak. And that was a long ride. That was a tiring ride. That was a great ride. I got a ton of good practice from it. I was going super fast, too. I was going super fast. I was at Akaroa, and I thought I was just going to be doing like an average cruise, but I ended up going way faster than I expected. And it was just a smooth, excellent ride. If you haven't watched that, I do recommend you go check it out. It's the fast section really starts at about an hour, and it goes till about like 2 hours and 45 minutes. At about that time, I start cooling down just a little bit, but even then, still pretty fast. So that was a great stream. Tired me out though, so I was thinking I might not stream today. But I finished everything on my to-do list like super early, and streaming was like the only thing left that was like sort of an if. And I was just hanging out, and then ended up playing a game of chess, and I lost, and it was so infuriating. It was so infuriating. Losing at chess, and losing like in a really stupid way, gets me more angry than literally anything else in my entire life. It is the only thing that makes me want to like punch a wall. I don't even know if I should keep playing it. It's so infuriating. Oh my gosh, losing badly in chess. Anyway, I lost badly. It put me in a really bad mood, and I was just sitting in my bed, and I was like, you know, I could just really use like just a cruise, just a night cruise, just a chill motorcycle ride. And since my motorcycle in real life is currently being repaired, I figured I'd hop on stream and do a ride in here. So we're going to be celebrating this 24th hour without crashing by going to the Isle of Man for the first time at night. I said that sentence wrong. we're going to the Isle of Man at night for the first time. I've been to the Isle of Man before, but yeah, I've got a variant of the Isle of Man mod that is a night version that I made for myself, and I love it, and I'm gonna do it on stream today. So let's just get ourselves set up here and get into this ride. Oh, one thing I did change is this window. I noticed I think the right side of my screen has been getting cut off, so I want to see if I can like even it out. Let me hold on a sec. I'm gonna check the YouTube stream and see if there's anything hanging off the side here. There is. Okay, cool. All right, so it gets cut off pretty much right at that line. Let's see how that goes. You're going to see in real time the latency between the live video and the recording. Oh, my apologies. We'll get... There's just a sliver. Just a sliver. All right. My apologies. There we go. All right, cool. That should be good. All right. Let's load this up. Okay, so the night variant is under clear here, so let's load this up. Get in the game. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I'm not gonna do a super fast cruise, but I'm not gonna do a super slow cruise either. Just gonna be chilling. Just gonna be chilling. Like I said, I would be riding a bike in real life right now just to clear some steam from that awful chess game, but can't do that. So we're doing it on stream in the game. Okay. I think we're about good though. Our fan's in the right position. Let's see if it's actually blown into my helmet here. It's kind of blowing into my helmet. Why is it so tough to get a good fan angle? All right, I think that's a little better. Okay, so my thinking with this stream is I'm going to do what I did when I did the Isle of Man a few streams ago, where I take each of the sectors. I'm going to go forward on the sector, then I'm going to turn around at the end, come back in reverse, turn around again, and do it a third time in the forward direction. And then I will load the next sector and do the same thing with that. And that all that is just reducing loading screens, because that can get a little annoying. So yeah, essentially we'll be doing like 3 laps with 1 lap. And that will probably put me at about 2 hours if I had to guess, with the pace that I'd like to go today. So hoping to do 2 hours. Don't really feel like doing much longer than that tonight. I don't really feel like doing a long ride, so let's check this. Cool. Excuse me. All right. It is about 8:30. Not a good idea to ride when you're pissed off. Yeah. Do I feel pissed off, though? That's the question. Like, I was pissed off right when I lost the chess game, but I took like a few minutes and sort of cooled off. Yeah, that is a great point, though. I don't know. I'm gonna go super slow. I'll see how I feel, and if I'm distracted and all that, then I'll probably just end the stream early. But if I'm feeling pretty good, if my mind's clear, then I'll keep going. But you do make a very good point, and it is dangerous to ride pissed off. All right. Yeah, I say we go out. At least for a little bit, just to see how we're doing. Yeah, I don't feel super pissed off anymore. Just want to get a good ride going. All right, let's go. We're going to be going pretty slow, at least for the first little while, and if I'm feeling pretty good, then I'll start picking up the pace. If I'm not, I'll end the stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot about this. I downloaded Fixer's recent mod that gives you vibration in your controller, and it is giving me a weird reading right now. Let's see here. It's like vibrating a lot from the ground. So let's just turn this off. Let's do that also. Okay. Now let's see if that helps. No, that didn't really help. Hold on. I might be needing to do a little calibration here. Let's see. Wasn't that? Could it be suspension, maybe? Background effects. Let's try it. Yeah, I think it was activating based off of that suspension right there. I wonder what that... I wonder if you could reduce it enough to have it actually be active. To say more on that vibration mod, it is so cool that Fixer managed to figure out how to add that to the game. Oh my gosh. Before, I could not even... I had no feedback in what was happening to the wheels. And there have been a number of times in the series where I'll brake like really hard and almost endo and have to pull it back really quickly just to get my back tire back on the ground. But it's so nice to finally have some vibration and be able to when your front wheel is locking up and all that. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. This mod looks surprisingly realistic in the dark when you can't see all the sharp edges and all that. That's funny. I guess Kalastravosc, if you're still watching, I don't know, there's the way I ride bikes when I'm pissed off, I like go more chill sort of thing. I don't know, I only have a KLR in real life, and that thing just, it's unable to go fast. And so when I've like ridden pissed off in real life in the past, you can't go fast on it, so it really is just getting like some fresh air and connecting with your bike a little bit. I don't know. If I'm like super pissed off, like in the moment, then I'm not gonna ride a bike. But if I'm like cooling down, such as I am sort of right now, a bike ride just I don't know, it really centers me, it calms me down. It's nice. And I definitely have no intention of going like recklessly fast in this streaming series here. Man, I know this course like the back of my hand, but at night it's so different. Like right back there, all the shadows were on the road and I could hardly see on the other side. Or if it's like, if it's very clear to you guys on screen, if the track is in the MetaQuest 3, oh my gosh, the screens are so awful that the dark point essentially makes everything but like the brighter buildings and the road markings like pitch black in my headset. I'd love to at some point soon get a big screen Beyond 2 because they have an OLED screen, so I could actually do like dark night rides like this and be able to see properly and have it dark for you guys on screen too. But that's going to be a little bit in the future. But yeah, if I'm like randomly making like really weird turns, it's because I can hardly see a thing. of Sector 2 is just right here. And as I said, when we were starting out, going to turn around, do the reverse of Sector 1, turn around back at the start, head back here, and then we'll load the next sector just to avoid loading screens. And I did come into this ride feeling a little pissed off, but I am feeling very, very calm now. This was a good decision, so. And I'm liking this pace, so we're gonna have a very slow pace today. Literally, just if I went out of my house right now and started a ride, that would be the pace that we're doing tonight. It is so disoriented to ride this track at night, though. Oh my gosh. I think I've ridden this track at night, like, off stream once before, just to, like, test out the darkness settings and all that. So this might be my first time actually riding the whole thing at night. And it is so dark in this headset, it's crazy. I guess a good way to describe the darkness in my headset from, like, the really bad screens that my Quest has, a good way to describe what I can see would be like, I can see what a headlight would normally see. So I can see the white lines going up maybe like 10 or 20 lines. I can kind of see like the lighter gray parts of the road in front of me. I can kind of see the lighter concrete on the side of the road and just some of the highlighted trees, but that is about it. So it's kind of like a headlight. It is unfortunate that it appears so much brighter on stream, but that's whatever. And I have no idea where I am right now. I thought I was getting closer to like Braddon Bridge, but I'm not even at Ballygarry. I was watching the Manx Grand Prix earlier today. There was a guy there. What was his name? Johnny Stewart, I want to say, something like that. He won all 4 of the like the official Manx Grand Prix races, not the classic TT races. He won all 4 of them this week, and apparently that's never been done before. Very cool, very cool. They were good races too. I wish they did televise the classic TT though. Some of the regular TT riders also participate in that one, and they ride like, I think Michael Dunlop was riding a 250 2-stroke. That would have been fun to watch. Come on. It was also cool because Johnny Stewart brought, he's a Scotsman, and he brought a dude to play bagpipes as he was taking off from the line, like as everyone was starting, and then he played bagpipes in the winners enclosure also. And I think they played right before the national anthem when he was on the podium as well. It was awesome. Alright, so this is the end of the sector right after Kate's Cottage up here. So I'm gonna turn around, head back over to Glen Helen, and then load sector 2 and do the same thing where I go forward, reverse, forward, and then load sector 3. Goodness me. Goodness me. Slow speed stuff in this game, it does not work. This is a pretty good pace right here. I like this. I think I'm in second gear or something like that. I like this. I like a slightly faster pace, I think. I don't know, I couldn't really expect what was coming up next with how slow I was going. This feels a little bit more normal. This is a pretty decent pace here. Why they did not include a night option in TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 3, I have no idea. That would have given so much life to the game. Put some headlights in it, put some street lamps in it. Oh my gosh, that would have been such a good experience to ride while it was nighttime. I was at third gear right there, I didn't even notice. Man, I hope Zonta figures out the dashboard for this bike. And I don't know, I haven't tried the Honda or the R1 that's in the same OEM sport bike package. I don't know if their dashboards are working either, but it would be nice to have a gear indicator, let me tell you that. That would be nice. And to anyone listening who is shouting, turn on your HUD, turn on the dashboard on your HUD. I'm not doing that. I like my immersion. come up on Sarah's Cottage, so this is the end of Sector 1. Gonna pull off up here, load up Sector 2, and continue with the ride. Your diagnostic skills while evaluating physical feedback in an Xbox controller and gameplay is probably what every programmer working late nights trying to perfect a realistic feel is going for. Thank you. Thank you, Pop. Having a good ride so far. Feeling pretty good. When I'm riding in VR, I sometimes notice the asphalt beneath the bike looking noisy, flickery, and spiky. Do you get that too? Yeah. Oh, do you mean like sort of in general? I sort of get that feeling with oh, you mean looking spiky. Like the visual bugs. Yeah, I get that too. Yeah, I don't think there's any getting around that, unfortunately. I remember seeing there's another YouTube channel, Dill469 or something like that. He was riding in VR a while ago and was running into the same issues. It's unfortunate. I wish Pibosa would just give source code out to people, like good modders and stuff like that, so we could actually fix the game and stuff. All right. Okay, so as we did the last sector, we're going to go to the end of this one, turn around, do the reverse, then turn around again, do the forward, back to Balaf, and then we'll load up Sector 3 and keep going. no idea where I am right now. Am I in Runcullen? Yes, this is Runcullen. Okay. I'll like space out and I'll like not really notice where I'm going for a minute or so, and then I'll just like come to, and I'll just be in the middle of a dark road and not know at all what's coming next. It's crazy. This is so disorienting. Coming up to the left here, the end of Sector 2 is just after this turn, so I'm gonna make a little U-turn, head back to Glen Helen. I'll turn back around to Glen Helen, head back here, and then we'll load Sector 3. I've got a really bad itch on my eyebrow right now. I might ignore it, see if it goes away. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. The end of this sector is just past the next couple turns, so I'm gonna turn around, head back over to Belaf, and then we'll load sector 3 and keep going. when you're going slow, you gotta take big arrow kind of fast. That's such a tough corner to get right. Excuse me, sorry. I hate to upset the tranquility of the stream. It is a very nice, calming stream. I learned today that tranquilo means relaxed, or calm in Spanish. Tranquilo. Alright, this is the end of Sector 2, so let's load up Sector 3 and continue. This is a wonderfully peaceful ride. This is exactly the type of thing that I want to do with the streaming series. I love going fast. I love doing fast lap times, practicing the Isle of Man, practicing Akaroa. But when it really comes down to it, some of the most fun I have in the streaming series is with these really slow, chilled out night rides. It's just such a vibe. Oh my gosh. Because then you can really appreciate the slowness and in this game. It's a nice change of tempo. See, I gotta figure out some kind of relaxing music that I can play in the background. I'd love to do some sort of like video game soundtrack like Skyrim or something, but I'm sketched out by copyright lately with YouTube. They've been going crazy with bans and stuff lately. It's insane. So I do suggest you play some Skyrim music in the background. It's what I've got going in my ear right now. I have no clue how long this straightaway is in the dark, so I'm not going any faster than this. At some point there's going to be a banking right turn, a very shallow right turn, but it comes out, and if I'm going too fast, that is going to surprise me. Alright, here it comes right here. it. This is the gooseneck up here, so just after this sector ends. So I'm gonna pull a little U-turn up here, head back in the reverse direction down to Belaf, turn them back around to Belaf, head back here, and then load at sector 4. Where's this hairpin? There it is. I'm making a lot of mistakes in judgment right now. Not really mistakes as far as riding, but thinking that a road is going to go a certain way and it goes a different way. Maybe going just a tad bit too fast right now.
Sulby Bridge always jumps out at me when I'm going the reverse direction. There's a tiny little hill right before the turn, and it completely blocks the view of the turn. I think I had a bad crash there a long time ago when I was doing this series in TT Island Man 3 on Twitch. I think I had a bad crash. I was going like fast, went over that hill and straight into the fence on the other side. Gosh, it is pitch black in front of me right now. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, and this is the end of Sector 2, so I'm going to turn around, head back over to the gooseneck, and then we'll load Sector 4. And we'll see where I'm at. I don't know how long I've been riding for. I don't really know how long I want to stream tonight. I want to do at least 2 hours, I think, but we'll see how I'm feeling at the end of Sector 4. I feel a little bit more confident going faster on this straight now. I think the bend kind of sticks out and you can see it in the distance. so dim, though. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh my gosh. That's a little too fast. Somehow it's getting more difficult to tell where I'm going. It's like my VR set has gotten dimmer over the stream. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting kind of tired or something like that. Probably I'm getting kind of tired. Yeah, most likely after I finish Sector 4, the mountain section, I'll probably end the stream after that, if I had to guess. But of course, we'll finish out Sector 4, we'll see how we're feeling and assess from there. was a little wide. Definitely noticing a slight sloppiness in my riding right now, and it seems to be getting worse. And I definitely do have a slight tiredness behind my eyes right now. So my thinking is, we're coming up to the end of Sector 3 right here. I think I'm going to load Sector 4. I'm going to do a single pass of it going forward. And if I feel more tired than I am right now, I'll stop there. If I don't, I'll turn around and do a reverse of Sector 4, turn around again at the gooseneck, do it forward again, and finish at Craignabar. But we'll see. We'll see. I am feeling tired. Man, I really do need to finish up that folded version of this track. It would be so nice to ride it without loading screens. Whew. All right, people, let's finish this up. Excuse me. Thankfully, it seems to be a bit easier to see in this section. Don't have a bunch of trees and shadows and buildings, all making it all darker. I can pretty easily see ahead of the road here, even in my very poorly illuminated Quest 3. sloppy on my lane placement. Oh my gosh. Just riding in the right lane right now. Yeah, I think at the end of this, when I get to Craignabar, I'm not going to turn around. I'm probably just going to end the stream because I'm getting tired. I'm making mistakes, more importantly. I think we're coming close. This might be Keppelgate, I think. Is this Keppelgate? Indeed it is. Alright, so Craignabar is just around the corner, and yeah, I'm feeling tired. I'm making mistakes. I think we're just gonna end the stream right up here. I wonder how long I went. I've not been checking my duration. 2 hours on the nose. 2 hours and 30 seconds. Look at that. Ooh. Alright, well that was a good ride. Chill. Very chill. That was awesome. That was a great stream. I'd like to do some more of these. Definitely not regularly. I like going fast, but as I said earlier in the stream, there's something about these slow streams that I just love them. I love them. And I'm glad I've got some viewers. I'm glad some other people understand what I'm doing here. It's cool. All right, well, sincerely, thank you guys for watching. That does mean a lot to me. Been doing this streaming series for a long time with 0 viewers, and finally some people are coming around to it, so it's cool. I'll most likely be on tomorrow, and definitely will be doing a faster stream for my next stream, so if I'm on tomorrow, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you most likely the next day. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and please subscribe if you enjoyed. And
Yeah, see you in the next one. Have a good night, folks.